Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast that's actually a video.
Well, if they chose to go to YouTube and look at the video, you can listen to this week, but there's also a companion video that has the exact same audio that you're listening to, but you can see what's going on. Kate, what does this mean to you?
What is that? It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it
it's
means
like an old, crummy box.
Oh man, you don't know anything about this? I guess that's good. That's pretty normal for us. I was kind of assuming, because of how lame this toy is, no offense, that you had one.
Where did you even get this?
So, this is a reproduction, sadly.
Well, why are you buying it with our money?
Well, it was on clearance for $3 at Target.
Oh my god, $3 is so many snacks that you could have bought me.
It's true. That's like at least
Very
3
offended.
snacks. You're right. They did also have a sale. Tasty cakes were $1 each, which doesn't really seem like a sale. I think that's the normal price, but they made a big deal of it.
3 tasty cakes for the price of this.
So, Kate, this is a Colorform. You have
you
have no idea what a Colorform is? Well, I'll give you some history in a second, but why don't you just take a look at it first? So take a look at what's in there.
It's just stickers.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, I'm supposed to actually palpate the items.
It's not just stickers.
Okay. Oh,
it's
there's
Colorforms.
Okay.
All right. So what do we have here?
It appears to be reusable stickers.
Hi, boys and girls. You can have hours of fun with Snoopy, Woodstock, and all of the Peanuts gang. Just press down the Colorforms plastic pieces. They stick like magic. Then lift to remove. Wipe the cardboard surface with a damp cloth to keep it clean. The pieces will stick better. And then, I love this, a note to the parent. Colorform toys have a rare educational value. Do they? They will help your child develop and improve these 6 important skills. 1, finger dexterity. 2, sense of spatial relationships. 3, size matching. 4, building ability. 5, color sense. 6, sense of neatness and order.
Did you play with these? Because you have clearly never developed a sense of neatness and order, and I want my money back for your mom.
I did play with one set of these, and we'll get to that.
What were they?
SpongeBob.
Of course they were.
We just did our SpongeBob episode last week. To you guys listening or watching, it was a week ago, but for us, it was 5 minutes ago. We finished recording.
It's like I'm in one of those Chinese apple factories where they make the people work for 200 hours a week.
Colorform toys are perfect for rest hours, rainy days, for long trips, for children in bed. Imagine all these Colorform stickers all over this kid's bed.
You're falling asleep, you got Colorform sticking to your face when you wake up.
For any situation that calls for quiet, creative activity, your child will have hours of fun with this new toy. I thought it said his new toy, and I was like, wow, it says this.
So, here's my real question, though.
Yeah.
Did you like these or did you hate these?
I did not hate them as much as you probably would guess based on my overstimulated childhood. All right, so Kate, I'm going to need your help peeling these. So go ahead and pick a Colorform sheet. I guess these are meant to rip off.
Oh,
yeah, they slide out.
Oh my Christ. Oh. Okay.
And get to it.
Which one do you want to be?
Well, I'm going to take white and blue.
Okay, I'm going to be red and yellow.
Okay, so peel one off. Go ahead and pick a character.
Okay.
Let's try it out.
Lucy, she was always so mean.
So I'll get.
She really aligns with my aesthetic.
I'll get Charlie Brown then.
So you just stick them to this board.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I don't think we said it. Sorry for those listening and not watching. This is the Come Home Snoopy Colorform set. It's a reproduction of a 1972 Colorform. So look at this. Press her down a little bit. Mm-hmm. Get an airtight seal, and let's see if it works. Amazing. Oh my God! It's not falling off. Isn't that cool?
Here, let's make it like how
what's the scene? What would really be happening?
Okay, so here's.
Is there a football?
Here's the football.
Yeah, go get the football.
Let me put it on there. Hold on. Here's the football. Here's Lucy being all smug, right? And she pulls it out of the way. And this is what happens to Charlie Brown.
Yeah, perfect. Press him on.
And then Woodstock's watching the carnage happen. Hold on, let me put him on there because he's on my yellow sheet. One sec. You gotta have like nails.
It's really hard.
Do kids have long nails these days?
These days?
Did they in
the 70s? In 1972? I don't know.
Were you nostalgic for this?
Well, they made these.
Here's Woodstock. He's just watching it all happen. He's like...
We're working out of order here, but I didn't give you the boring history yet. But they were making these they're still making them, and they're making them well into our childhoods. And that's why I was so surprised you didn't have one.
What is this, a hobo's bindle? Hold up.
Yeah, who's supposed to hold that? I know my Peanuts pretty well, but I don't recognize that.
Guys, this is a hobo's bindle.
I don't recognize that.
It's what a hobo carries. I'm giving it to Linus because you know that Linus ended up as a hobo.
Make a whole scene, Kate. This is impressive. All right, while you play, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the
Here's
history of
Linus.
these.
He's like dropping some truth bombs about the nature of Christianity, but he's also holding a hobo's bindle.
All right, Kate, so let's go back to 1951 while you play with your Colorforms like a kid from the 70s.
I need some quiet activities because I have to listen to you for the whole time.
So there's a married couple, Harry and Patricia Kislevitz.
Oh, the Kislevitzes.
They had just gone to school, right, to art school. And in 1951, they had graduated, and they were really focused on, like, weird modernist art and all this stuff they just studied.
Pause.
Yes.
Pause.
Go ahead.
Can you help me get this ice cream cone off?
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
really quite a challenge to remove these. I have some nails right now, I guess. Nope, I don't. Wow, this one's really on. Hang on. We'll get it. There you go. So, the Kislevitzes...
Charlie Brown lost his ice cream because he is falling through the air.
The Kislevitzes had this leftover sheet of vinyl from art school, and I don't know how, but they discovered that if they cut pieces of it out, they would stick to their bathroom wall. So they were like playing with this wall.
All right, Kislevitzes.
Sticking this to the wall. They're playing in the bathroom.
They clearly did not have kids yet.
Oh, definitely not. And it doesn't say how young they were in the article I'm reading, but they were definitely fresh out of art school, so I assume they were in their early 20s.
Look, I put the Snoopy here because he's trying to climb out of the frame.
There's two Snoopies, Kate.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Like an evil clone. I have more Snoopies. Hold on. It's like an evil clone situation.
So, they went as far as to leave the sheet there with a pair of scissors, and anytime they had guests over who went into the bathroom, they said, hey, cut out a shape and stick it to the wall, man.
Dear God.
So they're having a good old
time.
time.
Where did they live?
It doesn't say.
Was it in like...
Seems like it'd be like California,
like San Francisco.
Somewhere hippy-dippy, right? But it's 51. It's even predates the hippie movement, but...
Not for the Kislevitzes.
So they realized they quickly became unhippie-like and decided to market this product to children. But the original ones did not have characters. They were just shapes.
Okay.
So it was colors and shapes and sizes. That's why that instruction manual that they clearly wrote themselves tells you how good this is for your kid. Which meanwhile, flash forward 20 years and it's just Peanuts and Mork and Mindy and other licensed
Mork and Mindy? They made a Mork and Mindy Colorforms?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. So they made a bunch of these, and they went to FAO Schwartz Toy Store. Maybe they lived in New York then. And I don't know if there was one of those elsewhere. And they sold them to them. And then they formed the Colorforms Company, and the rest is history. So that was 1951. It wasn't until 1957 that they got the Popeye license, and he became the first licensed one. And then it was just madness from there on out.
Licensing just feels evil, doesn't it?
I definitely remember these from early childhood because the Disney movies, every time one of them came out, there'd be, at least some of them, there would be a Colorform set.
Wait, pause.
Yeah,
look at this. So this is Peppermint Patty, right? Check her out.
What are you doing with her?
Peppermint Patty and I have a similar aesthetic, I feel like.
Yeah, you do kind of look like Peppermint Patty.
This is Peppermint Patty. See, the problem with this is there's not a lot of depth. So
you can't put her behind the doghouse?
I'm going to move Linus with his hobo's bindle over here.
So,
look, this is me. This is me. I'm Peppermint Patty. Trying to pet every dog.
Would the issue be resolved if they had made the doghouse its own vinyl piece? Then you could put them behind it.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah.
I'm sure the later ones were like that. But the Disney movies had these. There's like an Aladdin one, a Hunchback of Notre Dame one. You're really lucky that I got this one at Target instead of trying to buy an old one on eBay like I thought about.
Dear God.
The Pee-wee's Playhouse one really spoke to me. I wanted to get that, but I didn't. And then the one I had, which it brings us all the way to like 1999, so they were still making these, was the SpongeBob Colorform set.
Do you think the Kislevitzes are wildly rich?
I hope so. I hope they might be dead. 1951, they were college graduates. How old would that make them now? Like 90 something?
I guess.
I hope they're all right. And if they're not, I hope that their grave markers are smooth surfaces that you can stick Colorforms to.
I think I'm done putting my Colorforms on. Do you want to look at my narrative?
Now, it's a beautiful. Could you walk me through it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so here's what's going down in. Where do they live?
The Peanuts? I don't know, just in a neighborhood.
I'm just gonna call it Smithville.
I would have gone with like Schultzburg, but
oh, that would be good. I'm just gonna call it Schultzburg. So I'm gonna hold it up a little bit for my people.
Those of you listening, you really gotta watch this.
So we're gonna start with my girl Peppermint Patty. PP over here is just trying to pet every dog. She's singing to the dogs. This is obviously Snoopy's cousin. Linus over here. Linus always has a look on his face where he's like contemplating something really sad.
Yeah, he's deep.
No, don't put any Woodstocks on my masterpiece. Don't
you
touch
know what?
this.
I thought Peppermint Patty would like some birds around.
No, she doesn't want birds. She wants to talk to the dog.
I apologize.
Play with my toy. This Snoopy's just taking a nap up here because he's an archetype. Here's Lucy, being smug like she usually is. And she's ripping that football away from old Chuck here, and Chuck's just kind of flying through the air, just kind of thinking about his mistakes that he's made. He's also lost his ice cream.
And his hat. I don't know why he was wearing his baseball hat while playing football, but I digress.
He's really not prepared for this. And then we got another Snoopy clone over here, just screaming. And then this Snoopy is trying to climb out of frame. I think we should actually take a picture of this and put it up on the fridge, maybe.
Okay.
This was some really nice quiet play for me.
You did really good.
Pretended not to listen to your history of Colorforms. So, if anyone wants to quiz me on the history of Colorforms, go right ahead because I do not know anything.
Fair. Now the worst part of Colorforms is we're going to put them away, and they're all going to get creased and ruined in the box.
Oh,
they're only good when they're still on the sheet. So
I'm going to bring this up with the Kits Levitzes.
God rest their souls.
They're probably still alive.
Yeah, they sound like they're like hippy dippy vegans who have extreme longevity. So, what's your review of Colorforms, Kate?
Super boring. Like, only get these for your kids if you don't like your kids.
Would you have liked this if you were a kid?
Yes, 100%. Because I was a really boring kid.
Did you have paper dolls? This is just paper dolls, but
yes, I had paper dolls
with more money.
Do you want to know what kinds of paper dolls I had?
Oh, they were like.
I had.
Who'd you have?
Victorian Fashions paper dolls. I had Fashions of India paper dolls.
Oh man. Did you have like Jackie Kennedy paper doll?
No.
That seems like for famous first ladies.
I did have Gone with the Wind paper dolls.
Who was included?
Oh, you know what other paper dolls I had? I had the Lincoln family.
I knew it.
Paper dolls.
You had something. You revealed recently your obsession with the Lincolns, especially his son Tad. Oh, Tad. Was there a Tad paper doll?
Yeah, there was a Tad paper doll, of course.
Can we go back to Gone with the Wind?
I may have made a paper doll of me to stand next to the paper doll of Tad. It wasn't weird. It wasn't weird at the time.
Guys, this is a lot for me. You drew yourself as a paper doll?
Yeah, in Fashions from the 1860s.
Whoa.
I had to research that on Yahooligans.
Fashions from the 1860s?
Yes, for women and girls.
Dear God. Just as a sidebar, we don't have any merchandise for the podcast yet. I've always wanted to sell a shirt, but we never got around to it. I think we should just skip the traditional stuff and make paper dolls.
Nobody really likes paper dolls anymore.
Oh. Did they ever? You say anymore. Was it only good?
Kids don't have the patience for like paper dolls anymore.
Yeah, but they didn't when you were a kid either. We didn't have the patience for Colorforms either, which are not that much better. Who was in the Gone with the Wind set? I'm dying to know.
It was definitely Scarlett O'Hara was there. Rhett Butler was there. He had several outfits. I think Ashley Wilkes was in there, and I think Melanie was in there. This is not the first time that Gone with the Wind has come up on this podcast also.
Did you know what Gone with the Wind was when you were a kid playing with paper dolls?
Some relative bought it for me, probably.
Wow.
While we're unpacking my childhood, let's repack these Colorforms.
All right. So that's Colorforms.
It's pretty boring.
But I knew it would be the perfect toy. I'm really genuinely shocked you didn't have them. You often talk about not having the things other kids had, but this would have been a prime example of something that you would have had when other kids were rolling their eyes.
Oh, I had a felt board. It was kind of like Colorforms.
Oh, like you'd stick shapes to it?
You'd stick like little shapes of people. Yeah. And you could like dress them up.
Yeah, that's very similar.
We gave it to my niece.
Same concept.
She still has it.
Oh, does she play with it?
Yeah.
At 3?
Yeah, you can dress them up.
A 2019 3-year-old that likes a felt board?
Yeah.
Should we give her the Colorforms?
No.
Will she eat these?
She's going to eat these.
Her baby sister may eat them?
Yeah, the little one might eat these.
All right. Well, thanks for listening and or watching, everybody out there.
I watched her eat a wood chip the other day. I tried to intervene, but she's so strong.
You can tell us what childhood toys to play with, and if it's something that you can't get anymore, please send me an eBay link or something so I can find it, because this whole podcast
also, can it please be under $3? Because, like, I'm not made of money over here.
It's been a journey to find old things on eBay.
Stop
Street
buying
Shark toys.
Old things on eBay.
Light Brights, that's coming up.
Oh my God, if you buy a Light Bright, I'm going to skin you.
So tell us what to play with, what to watch, what video games to play, whatever it is you had as a kid.
Can it please be something cheap or free?
And send the thing to us if you want. That would really be bad. I'll mail it back to you when we're done.
Airdrop it to me.
And you can do that by emailing us at Not-Stalgia@AOL.com. You can send us a voice message to the Anchor app. That's the best way to tell us what to do.
That was exhausting.
Because we could play the voice message on the air. Nobody asked us to do this. I just saw it and thought it would
Yeah, no one would ask us to do this, Tyler.
And that's it. Go to our website, www.notstalgia.org, to find all our past episodes. Check us out on YouTube if you didn't. And if you're on YouTube right now watching this, subscribe and like. That's what kids say in their YouTube videos, I think. Smash that like button.
How would you know what kids like or say?
Press a color form to the like button.
Once upon a time, there was this dog.
It was a cat.
A cat, actually, who went out to the playground, right side up, please, where she met a girl named Penny, who rode on a swing.
Whee!
That is a merry-go-round. Till it was time to go home.
And the dog drove.
Oh, good dog.
Kids make up all kinds of stories. That's why we make all kinds of color forms. Color forms. It's time to play.